integrated picture, so I'm really sorry. I don't know how to make this stop. So maybe I'm sorry about this. So you just see my picture because my video is just not accepting.
What you can do is you can quickly send me your slides and I can share my screen, and this way.
Oh no, I can share the slides.
Okay.
Just my video,
just
like my face. You will just see my picture instead of my face talking to you. So this is a little not ideal. I just don't know how to stop it, because before it worked, but now it just doesn't. You can see my slides though, I think. I'll just start, and sorry about the picture. So I welcome you to my presentation of the joint degree masters in religion, politics and economics. My name is Silvia Martens. As you can see, I am the coordinator of this program. You also see that the slides are, or you can see from this first slide that the text is in German. This is not by accident. It's actually intended that way, because for this master, if you would like to study in this master program, you would actually need to have a good level of German to study, because many courses, many lectures are indeed in German. So I will present those slides in English, but the text on the slides is in German. The joint degree master religion, economics and politics is a master's program that is jointly offered by the universities of Basel, Lucerne and Zurich. So if you would want to enroll in this master's program, you could choose from one of these three universities, enroll in one of them, and later you would actually participate in courses and lectures in all of the three universities. And you would also, in the end, have a degree, a diploma by all of the three mentioned universities. So some level of mobility is indeed necessary to be able to study in this program. Today, I would like to just briefly present to you the basic concept of this master's program, with particular reference also to the main feature of the inter and transdisciplinarity of this program, and also shed some light, or give you some idea on why political science is important in this master's program and where it fits in. I will also give you some ideas and examples for the professional fields in which our graduates work after their studies. And I guess there will be some time for questions afterwards if you have any. The basic concept of this master in religion, economics and politics is really around, it's all about religion, if you want to state it like this. I mean, the religion is really at the center of all considerations in this program. That means that we are interested in the interfaces and the interrelationships between religion and politics, as well as religion and economics, and all of these three fields with each other. So if you're not interested in religion at all, or very slightly interested only, then this would be it wouldn't be fun for you to study in this program. But if you really have an interest in how religion works in this society, in contemporary society, and how it interacts with other fields in society, and especially also politics, then you would be you would find a lot of what is of interest to you in this program. So we are certainly dealing especially or most explicitly with contemporary social issues around religion, economics, and politics, and work in an interdisciplinary and transdisciplinary way. Our lectures are very research-based and focus also on different methodologies. You should know that religion, the idea or the concept of religion is a very broad concept of religion. That is, we do not only look at Christian theologies, for example, or religiosity within the churches, but also we look at very different and various traditional as well as modern and unconventional or new religious orientations and traditions. We consider different forms of spirituality as well as non-religion or alternative quasi-religious worldview. So religion is here only like the meaning or the concept of religion is to be understood in a very broad sense, meaning a lot of things and considering many different facets of religion, non-religion, religiosity, spirituality. So for you to be admitted to this master's program, if you have a background in political science, it would be a straightforward admission. And if you have studied political subject, you will also have probably about at least 60 credits in one of our fields, politics or economics, and so it would be pretty straightforward. So in individual cases, additional credits would be necessary, but for you, most of you, this won't be an issue at all. Now, let me just give you some idea about the structure of this program in the master religion, politics, and economics. As many or most master's programs, the studies comprise about 120 credits that you have to earn during your studies, and there will be, or you could structure this study program in 3 parts. So you would start with the foundation part, in a part where you have to learn some basics also about religion and economics. If you do not have those I have not studied in these fields before. And there's also a lot of work to use approaches. And then there would be a middle or in-depth part somewhere in the middle of your studies where you can study the interrelationships between religion, politics, and economics more in a more in-depth manner. And then finally you would work towards a final master's degree phase, which will end with an interdisciplinary master thesis. That is the aim of your studies. In different parts, there is a number of modules that are necessary or obligatory, and where you have seminars or lectures that you need to attend, but you also have always a number of free choice modules and courses that you can choose from, and here find your own specialization or follow your individual interests in those fields of religion, politics, and economics. But one of those obligatory fields would be in the beginning of your studies, the participation in the introductory module, which consists of a basic lecture and a method seminar. In the lecture, terms and concepts of religion are explained. So how is religion understood from the perspective of religious studies, from the perspective of political science? and economics, and what concepts and theories exist in the intersections of religion and politics, for example. But there are also different concepts from religious studies that focus on either the individual or the collective level, on the object of religion, or also on the performance and performativity of religion in our society. So you would get to know these concepts, and you would try to look through the lens of different disciplines. So if you're used to how political science looks at religion and discusses religion, you would try to switch places and try to see religion differently from the perspective of religious studies or economic studies. So you would try to find ways and try out different perspectives to look at religion, to understand religion, to analyze religion, and also to combine these different perspectives and to get to some kind of interdisciplinary approach to find ways that are new and provide new insights into studying religion. So you would, in the different basic modules about religion and economics, you would familiarize yourself with the different approaches that you are not familiar to yet. You wouldn't have to do the basic module in politics because this is more intended for those students in the program that have no background in political sciences. So this one you wouldn't have to do. And there's the green area, that the so-called profiling area. This is basically a section where you can choose many different lectures or seminars from, and from all the different universities, of course, in the program, as well as from the Swiss Center for Islam and Society at the University of Fribourg. And here you have the possibilities to find your own profile, so to speak. So we have students, for instance, that are more interested in gender aspects. We have students that are more interested in climate change aspects. We have students that are more working in the field or more interested in the connects between religion and violence, for instance, or terrorism. So there are different ways in which you can find and satisfy your own interests, or also work towards your career goals and where you want to go after you finished your studies. So after this basic part of the studies, or the foundation part, you would go on and to the more in-depth modules that you can choose from, where the discussion is deepened a little more, because now people, also the ones which have very different disciplinary backgrounds coming from their different BAs, they would now have some level of common ground, common language also to exchange and discuss things. So you would be able to discuss more in depth on issues of religion and politics, for instance, or religion and economics. Also here you can choose from modules that are more focusing on the religious institutions and associations and religious communities, how they work in Switzerland, for instance, or in a globalized society today. You could also focus more on normative discussions and questions about social ethics, for instance, and also try to train yourself, or to be trained in normative decision making, So this is something we also study, or the methods that are studied, qualitative methods, quantitative methods, as well as normative decision-making processes. This is something we also practice in the master course, which is marked green here. This is a seminar week in which a current issue is discussed. Now it is this time the topic will be corporate responsibility, the corporate responsibility initiative, Konzernverantwortungsinitiative. So a current political event or decision or a debate is focused on, and we work with different methods to analyze the different data available around this topic and this issue. So you will get to know and be able to become more proficient in different research methods, and find also the methods of your preference. Also, here again, you can always find more lectures and participate in seminars that are specifically close to what to your profile, or what you would like your profile to be. So you always have a wide range of lectures and courses also to find in the different participating universities. You're pretty free in this area of the profiling area to choose your courses. There is a possibility, if you'd like to do a mobility stay abroad, a semester abroad, you can do so. The choice of universities depends on the university that you're enrolled in. That is, you're enrolled in Basel, then you would choose from the partner universities of Basel. If you're enrolled in Zurich, you choose from the partner universities in Zurich, and so forth. So this it's not common for the whole joint degree master's program. It depends on the enrolling institution that you've chosen. So I'd like to give you some more ideas about the transdisciplinarity and the interdisciplinarity in the MARWP. What do I mean, or how do we understand inter and transdisciplinarity? In our view, interdisciplinarity is not just knowing individual different disciplines and how they look at things and how they look at religion. Instead, it's a step further, linking those different perspectives or creating an entirely new perspective that is neither one of these individual perspectives. So the idea is that most current issues about religion in contemporary society, they're pretty complex and cannot satisfactorily, or not to satisfaction, be analyzed by the perspective or from the perspective of only one discipline only. So the idea is, by choosing different perspectives and combining them and creating new perspectives also, to get more insight in those complex current issues about religion. And therefore, we really train this, shifting the perspectives, but also combining perspectives, making new perspectives, using methodologies and theories from different fields in such a way as to analyze new phenomena that cannot or are not in a satisfactory manner understood by the individual monodisciplinary concepts so far. So methods training, we have integrated methods in some of the modules in the beginning of the studies, in the mandatory elements, and also especially in the method seminar in the beginning of studies, also in the master course, but also in seminar papers that you need to write during your studies. You are asked to use, to try out, and to methods, quantitative, qualitative, or normative. And the idea is that you have time during your studies to work with those, experiment with those, and to get more experience with those, and to use either quantitative, qualitative, or normative approach, or a mixed methods approach in your interdisciplinary master thesis. And you will have time in the research colloquium during the end of your studies to exchange with the more experienced researchers and lecturers to get feedback on what would work for a good interdisciplinary master thesis. I think I should not stress much more this fact, the point about interdisciplinarity, because I would like to give you the possibility to have some questions after. So let me just only state just once more that the whole master in religion, economics and politics is very much focused on current issues in society, current political debates that touch religion. There are quite a lot of those, as you see in the news on a daily basis, actually. And the idea is to also find solutions for such issues and debates, and thereby provide knowledge and solutions for those issues and problems. So there is the idea to have some application focus, or to be able to provide information that is applicable in society and politics, and to provide insight for those debates that are currently known. I think I just leave you read these few examples for topics of master thesis. There's a broad or a wide range of issues that is possible. In a master thesis, you would have to combine either religion with politics, or religion with economics, or all three fields in the topic that you're discussing, and use some kind of methods, qualitative, quantitative, or normative. Mixed methods approaches is possible as well. Now, why political science? Where is the connex? Where's the input, or where's the importance? I think it is quite clear that politics and religion are not completely separate in Switzerland, or are not completely separate. The statement that I just put on here, you may know right away where this comes from, I guess. In the name of God Almighty, you probably know. This is the preamble of the Swiss Federal Constitution. So even in secular Switzerland, the relationship between politics and religion is closer than you might think. And the interplay between religion and politics is even present. It's even more evident. I will just show some of the current issues, in which those connections are quite apparent. I don't have to read them out to you. I think you know them. Just let me mention the SVP's initiative to ban the veil, or the current debates on jihadism, for example, or again, the corporate responsibility initiative that I mentioned before. And the list goes on and on. So there are many issues currently that connect or touch religious and political aspects. And if you're interested in analyzing how politics deals with religion and influences religious communities, or conversely, how religion also helps shape political events, then this master's program is the right place for you. I have received some information about the study program, and you're probably interested in hearing about the areas in which our former students now work today. So our former students work as consultants, for instance, for example, as a security policy advisor at the Swiss Security Network. They work in international organizations at the International Organization for Migration. They work in state institutions such as research assistants or as project managers at the federal, cantonal, or municipal level. They work with political parties, associations and networks, or trade unions. They work in church organizations as well, or religious institutions, and also as journalists or in academia. I think I will just leave it at that, and be happy to answer your questions if you have any quick questions now. And you can also, of course, contact me for your questions. You will get my help. You can ask me for individual phone calls or meetings or Zoom meetings to discuss this master's program. If you're interested, you can write me an email. You can phone me, and we can arrange a meeting, virtual one or a real physical meeting if you wish so. To just let you know, you have the possibility to meet us at our meet and greet. It's an evening in June where you can talk to students, alumni, and also some of our lecturers. Thank you for your attention. I'm sorry I spoke a little longer than I expected, but please don't hesitate to ask if you have something you would like to ask now. There seems to be no question, or I don't see it. Well, I guess there's no question. I'll be happy to answer your questions if you contact me by mail or phone. Thank you.